Welcome to the Penny Bloom Podcast. Ain't another place that has got more bombast. Romp past your mom, dad's listening to Tomcats, talking everything that make you sad. We don't want that. We're here to make you smile. Put your mind at ease. Peace, love, and bloom, and always praise Keanu Reeves. This what we about. This some weeding now. We'll talk until we can't no more, and then we peacing out. All right, let's go. Penny Bloom Podcast. It's the Penny Bloom Podcast. Penny Bloom Podcast. It's the Penny Bloom Podcast. Penny Bloom Podcast. Penny Bloom Podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome in to the Penny Bloom Podcast. It is I, Colton Robertson, and I am joined by Joseph George. What's up, homie?
Oh, what up, what up? Always a pleasure to be here.
Oh, and it's always a pleasure to have you. Today, we continue our top 100 favorite Star Wars characters. Today is part 3. And we know that in the previous parts, they were a bit long-winded. We went through 25 characters each, well, 25 and then 26. We knocked out 50 through 100 in the first 2 parts of this, which is a lot. So from here on in, we're actually going to be attacking it 10 at a time. This week, we're doing the 40s, 40 through 49, starting at the bottom, working up to 40. And I'm very excited about it. I got a good slate of characters here. It should be a lot shorter than the first 2, if I had to guess so myself. So if you're ready, I'm ready, my friend.
Oh, I'm ready. And this time, you know, we are fresh off of we've completed The Mandalorian now, so a little readjust. One readjust was done for me, but it doesn't affect this episode.
Same for me. Doesn't affect this episode either, and it wouldn't have at all. She was not. Bo-Katan was not in the 40s previously.
Yeah.
She has worked her way up.
Yeah. But I do have one, and actually it's my first. I'm starting off with someone who could very well be readjusted very soon. Sooner than the next show that's coming out, actually. I think like this week, possibly. This is where I have Cal Kestis, is who I'm actually starting off with. Supposed to come out, I guess, a week or 2 ago, but then they're like, we'll hold off. And then Mandalorian finishes, and then they're like, okay, now we release the game, which is curious. I'm interested if, we start to play through the game, and then we see some, I'm not sure, I guess, what we would see, but I don't know. It was just curious that maybe it was just delayed for game reasons and not necessarily story.
I mean, it was only delayed a month, though, which is like...
Curious.
I don't feel like you delaying it a month is going to get you a lot of time to clean stuff up, It feels like that's just we should release it after The Mandalorian. And maybe it was just a business decision. Like, it won't get enough shine because The Mandalorian's going on. We wait until it's over.
Let's wait for all the hype in and then drop the game. Let people play after they binge the show. That's okay, kind of smart. Yeah. I guess business-wise smart. But the first game, and the reason why he's here in the first place, he wouldn't be here just off the hype of the second game.
No.
He's here by himself. And, he had his little buddy. I had him BD1 down there at 72. But Cal's got a little more to him. And I don't know, it's the guy you play with. I kind of wish you could create your own character, that it wouldn't be one...
Just Cal Kestis.
And, I think that at first is, that's the Star Wars game I want. But then you don't get, the really good story. Character-driven story. That you're basically, playing through a movie. When you play those games. So,
Fallen Order is incredible.
Yeah, so who knows? Maybe we get some live action Cal in Ahsoka. Another orange friend. Maybe.
Yeah, this
Ahsoka,
one orange haired.
Cal, Maz, BB-8, everyone orange. Commander Cody somehow popping up in Ahsoka.
All the orange.
Yeah, anyone who's orange is gonna pop up. It's why the sabers are orange. It's Ahsoka.
Yeah, right.
It's and Dave Filoni's like, oh no, it's because in the original trilogy they were orange in some of the shots. I wanted to pay on my... Okay. No, you were doing something new here or something. But I just feel like it's just Ahsoka orange, theme orange. I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
no, I get it.
I like... Is your 49 someone orange by chance? Or orange
to
their character design?
It is not no orange. She has partaken in the Rebels, or in the Rebellion, I should say, not in the show Rebels. This is an off-screen character. It's actually a comics character.
Ooh.
For me. In Sana Staros.
Sana Staros.
Staros.
Oh, Staros. Let's see. Okay. I spelled Sana. I did S-A-U. But
Not
it's
S-A-N-A.
Okay.
She actually has an ongoing comic right now, which is really cool, like where she's the titular character. She's actually a spin-off character from Dr. Aphra Comics. She was Dr. Aphra's partner at one point, which is really cool. Dr. Aphra will be a little bit later. I just really, really enjoy this character. The ongoing comic book she has right now is really, really good. A third issue just came out yesterday. I haven't got a chance to read it, but I did pick it up. And I'm excited to dig into it. She's just really cool, you know. Dr. Aphra's thing is to kind of fuck over the people she loves. She's a complicated cat.
Okay.
And Sana Staros recognizes her for what she is, but can't quit it. Like really, really just has a lot of love in her heart for her. And I think she's just cool, man. I don't have a lot to say about Sana Staros. It's just been a little bit of maybe a little recency bias here because of the ongoing comic run and stuff, but I just really, really enjoy her. We got to meet her family in the ongoing comic run, which is cool. She's got
she's married to Han Solo by chance. I don't know. I read a little line that she claimed to be married to Han Solo, but though he denied it, and regardless, they were not on good terms after the Battle of Yavin. Okay, Han.
Yeah.
And Sana.
Han and Sana. Yeah, no, Sana's she's a good chick, and she, like I said, fought for the rebels for a little bit. But yeah, she's just a cool character, and I'm excited to get more of her. I'm hoping to one day we get Dr. Aphra and Sana Staros on screen. I think that would be kick-ass, and I think that in this timeline that we seem to be focusing a lot on, it'd be ripe for the picking, I think. So I would love to see Sana Staros on screen, but if we never do, that's perfectly fine with me as well. The comics adaptation is incredible. Super cool character. Strongly recommend you pick up her book. So it's also written by Justina Ireland, who wrote a lot of High Republic comics, and Sana Staros has ancestors who are in the High Republic. So there's that layer too. One of her ascendants, I guess. She's the descendant of a senator, a galactic senator, which is cool. Yeah, just a cool character. Love me some Sana Staros. I had her at 49 here.
Yeah, just scrolling through her little wiki page. She's got some big character interactions.
Yeah, they kind of have to in the comics.
I see. Okay, well, moving on here. We've already mentioned him before in an episode or two previous, maybe. This is where we lined up last time perfectly with Chirrut Imwe. Let's see, last time he was 56 for the both of us. Now he's 48, so I guess he got a little rise for me even. I guess it's you go back to that Rogue One or that Andor. Just whenever you hear a character from Rogue One or Andor, you just look back on and reflect. It's just just a nice
like, what a guy, what a good person.
And Chirrut, right from the moment he pops on camera, you're like, okay, you're like, what's going on with this guy?
Yeah,
instantly,
super interesting.
Oh yeah, and he, I don't know, he did exactly what he needed to do. The Force protected him while it could, and once he completed his mission, then, I mean, he was going to go anyway. I guess, the whole planet went. This might have been faster. I'm curious. I'm curious. Like, he went in like a thermal, explosion in a ship, right? Or no?
No, that's Bodhi Rook.
That's okay. No, he didn't.
I'm sure Imwe marches out and
just some. Oh no, he got. Oh no,
he got shot.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it was not fast. It was slow. Because he had last words.
I thought that he was. No, yeah, he walked to the like a switch or like a panel and then flipped it.
Yeah,
and
flip
then,
the switch.
And then, okay, that's right.
Yeah, he
Oh,
just
it
got
wasn't
shot.
an explosion.
That's all.
Yeah, no, it was more. Dang.
Baze got taken in an explosion, though. When he looked
but
over
you got to
at
look
Chirrut.
over at him. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, Chirrut. No, he had last words and everything. Like Baze went and comforted him as he was dying.
That's true.
Look to the Force, and you will find me. It's a bar. It's a bar, Chirrut. Hell of a last word there.
Single movie character right there. Just that's it.
Indeed.
You know? Wow. But sure, didn't quite line up this time. That's
no,
okay. We have
a
a
few
lot.
off.
You've had a lot more characters added to the repertoire.
Indeed.
And that was going to make it just even harder. It's insane that we did it in the first place. It would have been even more
one with
insane.
The Force, and the Force is with us, I suppose.
Exactly. But yeah.
But no, cool. I had him at 70, so it was a little bit further back, but nevertheless, I do love the guy. He's a hell of a character. But yeah, for 48, I take it to The Last Jedi. That is where we met Rose Tico. Love me some Rose Tico. I think she gets an absurd amount of hate for being a woman and a woman of color at that.
Yeah.
So I think that she's a lovely character. I thought she's the idolization of the rebellion and of the resistance, and then becoming a resistance hero herself. Super fucking cool arc there. The lesson she teaches Finn about how, that's how we win. Not fighting what we hate, saving what we love. I think that's a quintessential Star Wars thesis for every. There's an argument to be had that you save what you love by fighting what you hate. There's something there. But regardless, I think it's the point stands. I think that it was incredibly performed by Kelly Marie Tran, and I thought she was done dirty in The Rise of Skywalker. I think you could have had her with the main crew for most of it, but she probably still wouldn't have had a super huge hand in the story or anything. But I did like that she was there on Exegol helping Finn take out the fleet. That was cool.
Yeah. Was it like her sister with
yes.
the opening at the bomber, like kicking the ladder?
Yeah, that was her sister.
Yeah, like that. How do people? What a character to hate. To hate Rose Tico and be like, oh wow, her sister died, fighting. And she's sad because of that. And then she sees Finn, and then likes him and is and is just like inspired by him as well, and then just gives like good moral value. Like what is wrong? What I'm curious as to what.
No, there's nothing wrong with that character.
Is it like an Omega hate?
You're a woman, so you're going to be hated in Star Wars for the Star Wars fandom, because anyone with a level head on their shoulders, as far as I'm concerned, either really really likes Rose Tico or isn't bothered at all by her. That's the thing. There's a difference between not even thinking about Rose Tico and actively hating her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah,
because she is a minor character. It's not a huge deal. I love the Canto Bight story. I know a lot of people aren't a huge fan, but I thought her interactions with Finn in that movie are really really important to shaping Finn. And I thought she was a great standalone character. That moment at the end of The Last Jedi, whenever I'm already. Like there's this thing about The Last Jedi where like there's a string at the end of the movie where I'm crying for like 10 minutes straight. When Finn decides he's going to sacrifice himself to save the Resistance, and he's driving down the throat of that cannon. That's his plan. That was not going to work. His ship was falling apart. He wasn't going to do damage. That thing was going to fire, and he was going to die without saving anybody.
That would have been so bad.
But exactly. It's just the idea that he's willing to do that at all makes me go, man, I'm starting to tear up. Rose coming in, saving him at that last moment. Fuck yes. Fires right after. And then that conversation she has with him right after. Like, just wonderful, wonderful storytelling, and I think that Rose Tico is a wonderful character. So I have her here at 48.
Okay. Hell yeah. No, I like that. And I think I just fall into the camp of sadly just not thinking about her. Yeah. And I haven't gotten to the Rise of, or the Last Jedi Rise yet on my secret rewatch. So who knows? Maybe after that I give the list an update and find a new liking to her. But yeah, no, I don't have any hate for her. That's for sure. I don't have any hate. I just didn't make it this time, I guess, for me. But I guess keeping on the woman train here, I got a couple women here that are really cool. First, is it my first? Maybe. No, technically, B2 I think is my first Andor character. But now, first human Andor character is Cinta. Is where I have Cinta. And I don't know. I guess maybe I gave away a little too much of a pair.
No, you're good.
But I don't know. I guess this is a start of the Andor train. It's not too many Andor people here, but I don't know, a good rebellion string that I have.
Good rebellion
here.
Episode.
Almost, yeah. This is just a lot of people in here. Are just a lot of people who just have a really good rebellion fight, and I love just. I don't know. It's hard to just talk about one in particular. I like them both.
Go ahead and give away both of them then. Okay.
Yeah, it's just Vel and Cinta that are here on 47 and 46, and it was hard to even put one above the other because, like, I don't really know. It's just I don't know. I like both of them for their relationship and how you see just how two people they can't have a relationship during the rebellion and just the different personalities of people who fight in the rebellion. You have one who is absolutely on the mission, do or die. I can't even give a shred of focus to anything else. And then, and another which is like, hey, well, maybe we do take the time to actually like take a second. Like maybe that is the reason we do need to take a second here. Yeah. And it's just I don't know. That show is so beautiful that every character in the show has a meaningful story to it, whether maybe it necessarily doesn't drive the story a whole lot, but it just drives the rebellion spirit and like the fighting like nature of the show. And that's like I guess what Vel and Cinta do now. And then we get there's a little I don't know. I guess I don't know where the future of these characters are here, total where they're going. But I hope, I don't know, we need that kiss between them. I can't believe we didn't get it in season 1.
It's coming. Season 2, it's a wrap.
And if we don't, I believe we did say we would boycott. I think we said if we did not get the Vel and Cinta kiss, then we would
be done. Something would happen. Star Wars at large.
I think maybe like the Miles threat of burning down Disney Studios or something along those
the infamous
lines.
Miles Buttress threat.
But yeah, we better get that kiss between the two of them.
I sure hope so. Yeah, I love those characters, and they're not too far off from me. It's interesting that they're the bottom 2 Andor characters for you live action because I've already gone through all my Andor characters except for them.
That's true, and that's what I was wondering. Is like the order of Andor here is very interesting. It's like I have them kind of broken up, but it's kind of flipped our order almost.
That's so cool. Yeah, I'm interested to see because we'll get to them eventually, but because we'll get there. But nevertheless, my 47 and 46 go together pretty well as well, so that just worked out. My 47 is Sabine Wren, and my 46 is Ezra Bridger.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, so just a strong duo from the Rebels show. This is like you said, this is a Rebels heavy episode. I already had Sana, Rose Tico, Sabine, and Ezra, and pretty much everyone except 2 characters from here on out takes part in the rebellion or a rebellion. So, it's a strong stretch here, but I'm so excited for Ahsoka. I can't wait to see Natasha Lou Bordizzo, I think is her name, that's playing Sabine Wren. Might be butchering that, but
let's see. Yeah, you
got it.
Yeah, you were right.
Cool. Yeah, I just saw her in a movie recently because I was watching Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and then I realized there's a sequel to it on Netflix, and I watched that sequel, which is not nearly as good as the first one, but a strength of that movie is the performance put on by that actress. And she's one of the, I think her name is like Snowvoss or something like that. And she was easily one of my favorite characters in that movie with one of my favorite performances. So, and I didn't even know she was playing Sabine until after I watched that movie. And then I looked it up and was like, oh shit, fuck yeah, that's great. So I have a lot of hope for Sabine Wren. Just a really dope character. And I'm super excited to see where her story goes after Rebels. I just love the artsy, artistic painter character. That's so cool, you know. I love that. And then
I think like the mural in the trailer was like in the same art style as Rebels. So like I just have this her graffiti style is Rebels. So like it's like the same, like the animation style of Rebels is Sabine's like graffiti style. So anytime we see her like paintings on a wall, it's gonna be just like the animation style.
It's pretty dope.
Which I don't know. I really, that'd be just kind of cool. A cool way to tie
a cool little meta reference. Yeah, I enjoy that. Yeah, because I remember seeing like the one that stood out to me for that was Kanan. Like Kanan, the way Kanan looks in that mural looks exactly like Kanan does in the show. So love me some Sabine Wren, and I also love me some Ezra Bridger. You know, I think that they're more than any other characters in Rebels besides, you know, Kanan and Hera. They come as a pair. However, I don't appreciate Kanan and Hera on the same level. I appreciate Ezra and Sabine on about the same level. I really, really like Ezra. I think I liked him a lot more the second time I watched Rebels. When I gave that show a rewatch, I was like, God, this is such a good character. You know, like the connection he has to animal life and everything. Like, I love that stuff in a Jedi, and I cannot wait to find him. I think that'll be. I got to imagine we do in Ahsoka, you know, but
hope so. I'm more curious as to just what happened immediately off rip, you know, right when they popped out, wherever they popped out. I'm assuming I don't know. I could go for days on that, whether they had to survive together, whether Thrawn just killed him, you know, like it'd be nuts if like they're like, well, yeah, Thrawn killed, you know, maybe that's Thrawn's secret, you know, he killed him, but Ezra just escaped, and we were thinking that he's dead, and then I don't know, but I guess I have my Rebels crew. They come in a pack, and they come a little later. But interesting that you put like Ezra and Sabine on the same level. I see. Whenever I was making mine, I thought of it a little differently.
Kanan and Ezra, which is the like that's the other. That was like there's so many great relationships there. That's like that are so formative, you know. And it's just that whenever it came,
that's the beauty of Rebels is that in that like a show like that, you just get to sit with those characters and get to hear them talk and hear their personalities the whole time. Like, it's just that found family and just seeing it. I don't know. It's beautiful. And you even got Chopper in there, you know, to spice it up.
But yeah, Ezra and Sabine here at 46 and 47. Love those two. And I can't wait for their future. So yeah.
Well, keep the rebellion spirit going. We got someone who's pretty serious about it. This is where I got Saw Gerrera. And let's see if where he was last time. He was 57, so he rises a little bit. I was going to say, maybe grounds to let him drop a little bit for what he did most recently, and what he's responsible for. I know, I know. We've talked.
That's not his fault.
I know, but still.
No, I get it, though. I do get it.
Still, it's hard. It's hard. But wiping that out, you know, just kind of forgetting about that. We can look at all the other stuff Saw Gerrera's done, and you know I even got scenes with you know one of my boys coming much later on, him and Luthen. You know, like we got 2 scenes of them talking together. Actually, I remember we got them talking one time. And we're like, wow, I can't believe we got this on screen. Like just 2 phenomenal actors actually just going back and forth, and also just 2 super cool characters in Star Wars just talking, and then they do it again, or they come back and I don't know just. And then
that's my guy. He tells me everything. I love it.
yeah, man. I don't know. So, Saw, he's sometimes I don't agree with his methodology, but he does get it done. And he's quite necessary for the rebellion fight. And I think the moment I think of Saw just the most is in Rogue One. It's just another moment. It's just, I don't know, he just sees the planet coming for him. It's always hard just to say what happens. Like, I guess at the end of it's just a nice light that comes and takes them,
Right.
But here Saw gets taken by
plummeting
the
debris.
ground, the plant, like the core, just the plant. Like, it's so much more gruesome, It's not like, I don't know. It's just more brutal.
He was bludgeoned to death.
Yeah. But I don't think he would have wanted to go out any other way. I think the light would have been too soft for him. He would have ran into it or something.
Right.
I'd like to see if he's on that beach. I think he's just like full on sprinting in the water and swimming towards the light. I don't know, something.
Well, and that's something to take solace in here, is that, whenever Jyn and Cassian comes to get Jyn, and Jin's like, come on, let's go. And Saw's like, no, this is it. I can't go on any longer. Save the rebellion. Save the dream. Great quote, by the way. I have him later. He will not be this episode. But the whole the thing where he's like, I won't go. If he did go, he would have died on that beach in Scarif. He was going to die in that movie, regardless of where or when it happened. Yeah. You can take solace in knowing that, there was no living through that, No.
Yeah, because he would have just stuck right with. Yeah. He would have been with.
Jyn would have had him right by her side, and in fact, he probably would have gone down even earlier than the fucking planet getting blown up. Yeah,
he wasn't really moving around too well, and he's just age was getting to him a little bit too, and he even took off his oxygen
breather
or something, whatever he needed. Yeah, he's like, let's make it more painful, let me get crushed and not be able to breathe at the same time. I guess maybe quicker. I don't know.
Never know.
It made it, I guess, for a badass shot. Him just rip. I guess it doesn't make sense, but it just looks cool.
Sorry, I had a cough there.
Hey, no problem. Today's a day for coughing.
Yeah, it is. Happy 420, everybody. But yeah, no, I have him later. He will not be this episode. He will not be next episode. So it's a little further up there. Love that character so much. And I have someone at 45 who is essentially the opposite of Saw Gerrera in spirit. I don't mean that to mean he's evil or anything, or he's a bad guy. He fights for the Empire. No, he's a good guy. He fights for the light. He's a real laid back kind of fella. And that's what makes him the opposite of Saw Gerrera. Saw Gerrera is so fucking intense. This is a High Republic character. Does not appear on screen. His name is Leox Gyasi.
Hold on. Leox Gyasi. Leox. Leox Gyasi.
It's a tough one. That's going to be a tough one.
Ooh, I got to put Star Wars in because it doesn't know. Yeah, I'm not even close.
How'd you do it?
One. Liox, and I think I wanted to put
Leox.
Leox, and then Gy. I did Jiasse. Ooh,
nope. Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a real tough name to spell.
We were off.
But this is the final member of the vessel crew that I've been talking about throughout this. I talked about Affy, talked about Geode, and their saving grace for my money is Leox Gyasi. Just the most laid back motherfucker in the galaxy. There's actually in the books, in the audio books, I should say, the narrator does a Matthew McConaughey impression to voice Leox Gyasi.
The hair kind of looks,
it's 100% modeled after Matthew McConaughey. There's even a line where he goes, all right, all right, all right.
That's amazing.
At one point. So it's based off of Matthew McConaughey.
awesome.
But this dude, he's so spiritual. He's so connected to the universe. He wears these beads and a really low cut button down t-shirt. Every time someone sees him, they're like, this guy has to be high. So I can't think of a better time to have picked him than here on 420.
What a day.
This is if there's anybody that I regard as my glup shitto, there's that popular phrase of like just a background side character that nobody else appreciates as much as you do. That's Leox Gyasi for me. I fucking love glup shitto.
Glup.
You haven't heard
shitto.
that term?
No, you said popular phrase, and I'm like, what the glup?
I guess
shitto?
Star Wars Twitter is a different world than the rest of it. But glup shitto. It was referred to originally as the name of a character, like it was like a tweet that said like Star Wars fans are so funny because they'll be like, oh, I love this guy. His name is Glup Shitto.
I see. Okay, this makes sense.
And
now.
Glup Shitto became a all-encompassing term for a side character who no one else will know as well as you do.
So it's just R2 is my Glup Shitto.
He's too big to be a Glup Shitto.
Really? Okay,
yes.
Interesting.
We're talking like he cannot. If they are in a movie or show, they have to be bare fucking minimally involved.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like a side character who doesn't get a name is like the ideal Glup Shitto. Like in The Mandalorian, all the Mandalorians that are like there but never get a name in the background. They're having a field
guy
day.
That's next to Costco all the time that said I'm in. That like
yep, that's a Glup Shitto.
His name quite, but he's there and a few shots. But okay,
yep, that's a
that
Glup
guy.
Shitto.
That's the spy. They're in on it
there
together.
you go.
That's Glup Shitto. Yeah, that's his name.
Glup
for
Shitto
now
is the spy.
But I'm glad I'm in on that now. I'm glad.
I'm glad I could inform you of what it was. I didn't realize there was anybody left in Star Wars fandom who wasn't familiar with Glup Shitto.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
No.
But yeah, Leox Gyasi, man, he's just a real sweet guy. His relationship with Affie Hollow is so moving, just because they have such a great friendship. Affie's mom was always so worried about sending her throughout the galaxy, because I don't know if you remember, but I said that her adoptive mother was like the leader of the Bind Guild that was like a shipping company, and they had all the ships and stuff. So, and she really wanted to be a part of that. She really wanted to be a captain of a ship, but she had to learn. And there were very few people her mom trusted to send off with her, simply because who knows what they'll do? Who knows who they are? Who knows why they do the things they do? But some people aren't very good people. Leox Gyasi is someone she was hesitant to trust, but a key factor in the decision to send her with him is, as he puts it, I don't have the same urges a lot of men do. He's
I see this.
Yes, an asexual guy. He's not, he's like, it's not that it doesn't feel good. It's just not my thing. It's not, am I right?
He's that chill.
He's just that laid back. That dude is so fucking cool.
Man.
I aspire to be Leox Gyasi levels of chill, and he's always got spice on him. It hasn't been illegal. It's not illegal in the Outer Rim because the Outer Rim hasn't been taken over by the Republic. So he's always got a spice stick in his mouth. He's always vibing. Dude's just dope. I love Leox Gyasi, so I had to have him here.
He was affectionately called Little Bit. That's his nickname, Little Bit?
He referred to Affie Hollow as Little Bit.
Little Bit, like...
What's up, Little Bit?
Oh my gosh, this dude is so cool.
No, yeah, that like the Vessel crew. I told you they're my second favorite crew behind the Ghost crew and with Reason. I fucking love
they're
them.
cool. Okay, wow, this guy's actually cool.
He actually, in a pretty awesome kind of sacrifice. He has the sacrifice play, but doesn't die, thankfully. He does something where he's willing to sacrifice himself.
Okay,
and he happens not to die. That's what I mean.
That's good.
In all likelihood, he should have. Yeah, in all likelihood, he should have died, and he didn't.
Okay.
Old school fella. So, Leox Gyasi, hell of a guy.
Oh yeah. Okay, well, moving on to 44 here. This is where I have. Maybe you already mentioned him. Actually, is that what Red are, or am I?
Yes. I Red is. I mentioned him in the bottom 50.
This is the guy who was behind designing the thing, that gave us the first move. He designed the Death Star and gave us that little shaft that Luke could fire down and blow the whole thing up. This is where I have Galen Erso right here.
Yeah.
So kind of, more just the rebellion spirit, but not quite in the way that he wanted it to happen, but still a very crucial role in the rebellion, and very tragic at that. Just very sad. And yeah, you're right. That message, where I was talking about Saw and how it's such a brutal moment when he has to watch the planet come to him. But right before that happens, you hear the message that he gives to, I don't know. It's just like that movie is a whirlwind of emotions. You're just in for a ride during that movie. And Galen I think he's kind of like just the, I don't know, he's smart, he's a scientist kind of, so I kind of automatically like him already. Happened to work for the wrong people, but not what he wanted to do. Forced into it, but gave the key to win it, to blowing it up in the end, which is good. Which yeah. I don't know. Without Galen, that Death Star could have wreaked a lot more havoc than we saw. So maybe, I don't know. Death Star wasn't real, but next time you wake up, just thank Galen Erso for allowing the Death Star to be easily explodable.
Hell yeah.
Not really easily. Still a hell of a shot that needed to
Yeah,
happen.
no, like it's kind of hilarious that's the fucking thing he did. It had to be so small that nobody would notice it, but it had to be so vulnerable that it would destroy the whole station. Like, I think he found the balance. He sure as shit found the balance,
You think it'd be like an infill, like inside the ship, like inside the Death Star itself, like you'd have to do something very small, like flip one switch and then it would start a change.
Like there is a single switch hidden somewhere on the Death Star.
Yeah. One room, it's all it is, one switch. No one ever will go in there, and all it will do is start a 30-minute countdown, and it won't alarm any systems at all. Just 30 minutes later, kaboom! Out of nowhere. You'll have time to get out. I guess, I don't know, maybe from the center of the Death Star, does it take more than 30 minutes to get out? Maybe.
Maybe.
That's a big
old fucking ship.
That's no moon.
That is no moon.
But yeah. Keeping the rebellion kind of going. It'll keep going for me, but Galen's keeping the train going.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. No, I like that. Galen's a good dude, and that message, my Stardust, will always fucking destroy me. Yeah, that one hurts. That one hurts like a motherfucker, dude.
How did they know what hard drive to look at? How did they know which one to look at? They didn't know. Cassian and they were right there looking. Which one? We'll know when we know. We'll know. I'll know.
My Stardust.
Mm-mm.
Stardust, that's the one.
Mm-mm.
And it's his last word to her, which is not only it's not only a little like last little I'm calling you Stardust, like that's what I've always affectionately
It's like an I love you, a hint, and just a dope ass nick, and it's like nickname, the nickname. Yeah. It's like everything all in one. It's
Stardust. And Mads Mikkelsen, man, I fucking love that actor. He is so fucking good. Can't recommend any of his movies enough. He's so fucking good in them.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, I like that. And I'm going to stick with you in the Rebellion. Someone who actually advised that they probably couldn't act on the message Galen Erso had sent them. Genevieve O'Reilly's Mon Mothma. Love me some Mon Mothma. And I believe last year, I don't even know if she was on my list last year. That's how much things have changed. She was at 94, so she jumped 50 spots because of Andor. Wow, like I I said, Genevieve O'Reilly's Mon Mothma, because that character is now hers. Sorry to the woman in Return of the Jedi. It's Genevieve O'Reilly's now.
She was 85 on my list last year, but she will get mentioned in this episode.
Cool.
So I mean, we will line up with one there, but a little later on. But yeah, I don't know. Andor definitely gave a rise to Mon, and now we got her coming up in Ahsoka as well. She popped up in that trailer. A very crucial person for the rebellion. Leading it all in all. So that, I don't know, pretty big.
I love me some Mon Mothma, man, and she the whole in Andor where she's like, I don't trust anyone. They're fucking everywhere. There's nowhere I can go that I feel safe. I am a second away from being assassinated at all times. That's grim shit. And to become the Chancellor of the New Republic, to usher in a new age. There's actually a bit in the book called Bloodline, which I kind of regard as my favorite Star Wars book. It's Leia is the main character, and she's it takes place like 7 years before The Force Awakens. And she's kind of on to something about the First Order. She thinks there's something bigger going on, and that's when she decides she needs to form the Resistance and stuff. But the book starts as pretty much just it's all politics. She's a senator in the New Republic. The Senate is in shambles because they can't come to any sort of conclusions on anything. Any important discussion they have, they table it and put it off for a different day. They're like, well, we're not going to come to a decision here because factionalism. It's two parties. It's the populists and the centralists, I think, centrists, and it's their two-party system. And the reason no one knew just how bad the flaws in their republic were was because Mon Mothma was so fucking good at leading when she was the chancellor. She made decisions. She influenced everything and was really good at it. She was good for the galaxy. And whenever she steps away, it leaves a giant fucking hole in the center of their government. And and it's just never the same after that.
You gotta have Mon. And I forgot what the name of the dude was, but the guy who wanted to have his son married to their daughter, but the scene where he came in
that guy.
But the change of emotion that Mon went through during it, starting all senatory professionally, and then it getting very serious, and the music got very serious, and then her I don't know. Yeah,
when
Genevieve
Val
O'Reilly
comes to visit her in her apartment and her hair's all frizzled and she's like, her daughter's looking at her all disgusted and stuff. She's like, I don't know what to do, man. I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done. I love that character. I love the performance of her. Cannot wait for Andor season 2. Can't wait to see her in Ahsoka as the Chancellor of the New Republic.
Yes.
There's just so much great stuff happening with that character.
That's so cool. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. We'll get to her even later again, this episode. So that's cool. But keeping we got a lot of cool, strong rebellion fighters here. Sticking with the Rogue One trend as well. Galen was before. Now I will have Jen. This is where Jen comes for me. And I think, let's see, maybe did I forget her and it was one that I'm like, no, okay, I didn't. She was 50 last time. Now she's 43, so she got, a seven person bump. So Rogue One always just, aging like fine wine, like it does. But I figured, let's see, you had her pretty high, I think.
I had her 27. I had her at 27, and she's seen a little jump from that. So
okay, because I think I remember last time that I said her at 50, you were like, "Whoa!" Or I think it was one of the ones
that was one of the ones I was like, "For real,
dude? What?" But I don't know. I guess like during Rogue One, I'm more, I guess, focused on like the bigger idea of the movie and not like the character. Like whenever I was like, whenever I watch it, and then like because I like Cassian and Jyn were kind of just two characters that I would forget about unless I like watched it was on like a Rogue One kick, but I wouldn't forget like what they did. You know, it was like the mission, the more of the mission that I was like focused on, and I'm terrible with names as well. So like I knew them, but then Andor came out, and I'm like, oh fuck, like yeah, I love Cassian.
I need to reevaluate the characters in that movie.
But I guess Jyn, I hope we get like the Andor equivalent for Jyn. You know, somehow I don't know, just let it happen.
She's got a hell of a life story, man. There could be so much to tell there.
Yeah, we get a young Saw, maybe there.
Well, and I've also spit the idea for you before, a show called Urso, which doesn't just have to be about Jyn. It could also be about Galen and the production of the Death Star and stuff. Like,
oh yeah, dude, so good, too good. I don't know, it just to the same level. Just carbon copy Andor, just replace with Jyn.
Yeah, right.
Just give me. I don't care. But keep Andy Serkis. Keep all the actors. Actually.
How did Kino Loy end up in prison? That's what I want to know through the show Urso. You know what I'm saying?
Because how long do we know how long he's been in there?
I can't. I'm sure they said it. I can't remember how long it was.
That'd be interesting to figure out. Because he won't be in this episode, so in between here and now, before we get to him, I'll look it up and I'll get some some background on him. But Jyn, this is where Jyn is. So let's give her flowers here, I guess, for 43. But I don't know. It's her and Cassian there at the end. You know, it's both of, like, that's a moment in Star Wars that will never leave my mind. Like I don't know. I don't know of a more beautiful moment. Like when I think of the most beautiful moments in all of Star Wars, I mean, I actually struggle. Is it the most beautiful moment?
It's got to be up there. You're talking about the hug there at the end, right? Like
and like beach. Kind of everything that's happening all at once. You know, not just the hug, but like that planet. Like not, you know,
everything
that what happened right there, and like we got all. I think
from the point that Cassian shoots down Orson Krennic, and he falls and he looks up and sees the Death Star on the horizon, and he's like, "Oh fuck, that's it," and then Jyn and Cassian are limping away, and he asks her, do you think anyone's listening? Like, do you think this mattered at all? I'm getting chills talking about it right now. And Jin's like, yeah, I think so. You know, like, and then they get on down to the beach. He tells her, your dad would have been proud of you. They embrace and they die. Bruh, I fucking lose it every time. I'm going to watch that movie tonight.
God dang. Yeah, they'll only get better. That's the thing, is that I don't think they'll ever drop unless like just some new character rises.
Yeah, right.
You know? Like that's the only way. It's like I'll never be like, oh man, you know, this Rogue One movie is just getting a little old to me. This Andor show, right. I don't know, getting a little old to me now. I just can't quite do it anymore. I don't think that'll ever happen.
No, that will not happen.
But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully we get Urso coming up here, 2025.
Yeah, Urso 2025. I would love that.
Star Wars Celebration announcement in Japan is where that
would be nice.
Would be.
That'd be ideal.
There we go.
But yeah, no, I'm gonna stick with you again in the Rebellion. A couple of characters you had earlier, I'm gonna go ahead and list them one after the other as well. I again had them reversed. At 43, I have Vel. At 42, I have Cinta.
That's insane. Wow. Yeah, all of our Andor choices are just kind of going flipped.
Kind of flipped, yeah. No, yeah. I love this character, man. Both of these characters, and it's funny that you evaluate them kind of the same way I do. You know, they're I like them about the same. It was just how do you choose? What's the preference there? And I ended up going with the one that is so dedicated to the mission that it kind of hinders their relationship. I think Cinta is so fucking cool. The mission that she had on Ferrix at the end of the show, where she's like, help, help, and she takes that guy into the room and fucking stabs him in the gut and then leaves him there to die. Like that's brutal. You know, like that's some dark shit that she
You're
just
right.
did.
She
and
is
I
about
love
it.
and there's this
fully
cool balance between them where Vel's got this she's got a little bit softer of a heart. She's still a rebel. She's still down to fight for everything, but there's this dash to her where it's like she did grow up in a family that had a bunch of money, and she comes from a place of privilege, whereas Cinta, it's always been a fight. At least that's the impression we have of Cinta. Her family was killed by stormtroopers. This isn't something that she takes lightly. And Vel certainly doesn't treat it like it's a hobby or anything, but you can tell that might be a part of the hesitation between Cinta and
like
Vel.
You don't really know.
You don't know what it's like for someone like me. And they've got such a compelling relationship, and I can't wait to see it explored further. But those performances by both those actresses, incredible. Love both those characters. And so I also had them back to back, 42, 43 there. I think that they're Cinta Kaz and Vel Sartha. Such a dope ass duo.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, I didn't know their last names there. I just put Vel and Cinta.
Yeah, Cinta Kaz, Kaz, and Vel Sartha, Sartha.
Sartha. Okay, there we go. All right. Well, I guess I'll move on to my 42 then. Still sticking with the little rebellion fight here, but we're taking a little back here. This is a Clone Wars classic here. This is where I got Captain Rex. A guy, I don't know, just one of the only clones, you know. You got Boba, Omega, the Bad Batch, Boba, Rex. Fives, maybe. Yeah,
the Clone Wars crew with Jesse and Fives, and I mean Echo was a main part of that, but then evolves onto the Bad Batch.
But I don't know, Rex. He's just a clone. Like he's not
just
like
a dope ass dude.
Not
Cody, by the way.
Doesn't have true. Cody's cool. But I don't know. I feel like we get more of Rex. You get more of Rex. With Anakin a lot. So in the Clone Wars as well is just the one that's talked to a lot. But then the whole Ahsoka storyline as well with Rex is just incredible. And then we get old guy Rex. So I don't know. Rex is just. It feels good every time you see him. A little Slim Shady. He kind of reminds he's like. I don't know. He just reminds me he's just got the buzz, kind of bleached.
The blonde buzz.
So I don't know. I just always think he's like clone Eminem. So he's just off camera. He's just insane, like lyrically.
Venomous women love Captain Rex.
I just see that's why he's the captain. And because I don't know how do they decide who gets captain? Is it just off birth? It's random. You will just
no.
Be captain,
I don't
or
think
is it,
so. I think there are
training?
evaluations and stuff. I think there are levels to it. I'm like I said, I've been rewatching Clone Wars, so there's some cool arcs about the training of clones and ARC troopers and stuff. I haven't gotten to that one, but there's this episode in season 1 called Rookies, and it's about Captain Rex and Commander Cody visiting a facility that has Fives, Jesse, Echo, and all of them, and they're new to the scene. They got stationed on this shitty planet that never sees action, but then the Separatists come and turn off the power. They turn on a signal the all clear signal so that nobody comes to check on them, and they all have to fight together to get out without the Jedi's help. And it's just a really, really compelling, cool arc. But in that, Captain Rex is already Captain Rex. He's like, you will. They're like, address me as sir, and they're like, sir, yes, sir, and all that before they start to. That's the episode when Rex accepts them as members of the 501st, and they join forces together, which is a really, really cool story, and one that I just didn't. after the Bad Batch, I just watched those arcs a little differently, like about the clones. I don't know. I used to not really give a shit about those stories, just because it was just like, get back to the Anakin, Obi-Wan, Ahsoka stuff, But now I'm paying attention, especially after the Bad Batch, because Echo is one of the main clones throughout the Clone Wars. So that's one that I'm going to keep an eye on and be like, damn, what all has this character gone through? And Rex and Echo, their relationship, him ending up going off with him. Just a really cool duo there.
But oh yeah. So I guess, I don't know, that was my 42. I don't know if you want to keep it rolling with your 41, or if you want me to go, back to back here.
No, I don't. I'm good.
But I don't. Like, you're good to go, or you're good?
I'm good to go. Go. I don't mind you wrapping it up. That's cool with me.
Okay.
At 41, I have only 2 members of the Rebels crew left, and I'm knocking one of them out here. This is where I have Kanan Jarrus.
Okay.
Love me some Caleb Doom. Love me some Kanan Jarrus. Actually, one of the first comic books I ever read was Kanan, which is about him.
Wow.
It's a 12-issue series that flashbacks to his youngling days as he's fighting with the rebels and stuff. But dude, just one of the most triumphant I'm him moments of all time when he reveals he's a Jedi at the beginning of that series, whenever he's like, everyone's about to know, and he stands up and he like puts the saber together and it lights up and everyone like takes a step back, the music swells, everyone's scared for a second, and then Kallus is like, fire on the Jedi, like he's like afraid, and like it's just such a powerful moment. And exploring that character's origin in the Bad Batch, and his distrust for clones and everything, like that's such a compelling character, and I really, really love it. And
yeah, I mean, what's the actor's name?
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Oh wait, isn't that?
That's Fred.
Yeah, it's actually Fred. Yeah, it's the only thing that's kind of honest. It's whatever. Maybe that's why I forget about it.
Right.
I just don't really want to think about it a whole lot. But a dude who's very passionate about Star Wars.
Oh, I like Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah,
man.
every time I see interviews or him on a podcast or something like that, it's always like, people just don't know how the Force works, and like, let me explain it to you because I fucking know and you don't. Like, and I know it's like it's fun. Like, he does know what he's talking about. He was
a Jedi technically.
Yeah, and he's like, I've heard it straight from Dave Filoni, who heard it straight from I don't know. Like, so I love how passionate he is. And it's really nice to know that like the people behind the characters are, they like what they're doing and not doing it just for the check. But yeah, no, Kanan is not in this episode for me. Not actually, yeah, we'll be in actually the one after. But with my Rebels crew, they're all kind of packed in together. But the order is interesting. I think only one is out of order so far. For me, but now that I actually think about it, you might have me change my mind about how I think about the Rebels crew, but I don't know. I think it's still locked in. But Kanan he's up there for me as well.
Love that guy.
But yeah, I don't know. He a real one. I mean, we just had a kind of a Kanan moment. We just got in the Mando finale. Kind of Grogu pulling. A Grogu, he also did this Grogu already himself. So he already pulled the Kanan,
He's
so,
already like that.
He's already like that, but it was just nice.
God, in that last moment with Kanan, man. That one will forever hurt me. That's among that's Rogue One tier level devastating.
When his
which
eyes
is hard
come
to achieve.
Back, when he
sees Hera one last time, bro.
You're already like, oh my god, you're already losing it, and then his eyes come back, and then you're just like, fuck, oh, it's over. Like
no.
Every time. That's the part on me that I go. It's kind of like the Tony Stark his arc reactor light going off. It's like you're already like messed up, and it's like that's the final thing. You're like, oh no, it's actually gone. But no, like I don't know. That's just what a beautiful moment that is.
God.
That might be up.
That's up there. No, that's why I said that's Rogue.
Moments.
That is Rogue
right.
One tier level, just devastating.
That is up there. That because like, is the Force allowing him to see? Is it that he is so like
at peace?
Yeah. Is that Is that or like is it that? Maybe, like, he's already left, like, his physical body sort of thing, Or I don't know, like, he's already, like, known that he's gonna die. So, like, his, like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of just, like, I've never thought about it before, of, like, how it's just...
How that works, I haven't either.
I don't need specifics to make the moment...
Right, no.
Better or anything, but I'm trying to think of, like, if it's the Force just being, like, good play, like, hey, nice, dude. I'll let you see
you did good on this one. Here's your boo one last time.
Yeah, or I don't know, maybe Bendu. He put in like it's the one time that he actually he's like the watcher. He never interferes, but he's like, you know what? I'm gonna let this dude see one more time. Something I don't know. But man, would have been nice to have him still around in Ahsoka, but then we wouldn't have had that beautiful moment. That sometimes you need a character to die, sadly. But what we got,
and also given the time period there, and that was always something with Rebels as I was watching it that I was horrified of, because they are rebels. They are in the rebellion, and when it comes to the original trilogy, there is one Jedi.
There's a reason we didn't hear about these people.
Yeah, exactly.
Ezra had
because
to
there's no avoiding that.
Teleport
if there is
across the galaxy for us not to hear about them.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it's either they are dead or something happened to not have them be around.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. Kanan is
God, and it was so sudden too. Like it wasn't like it was. The episode wasn't going in a direction where you're like, oh, someone's gonna die. It was like 1 second, oh no, someone's about to fucking die.
And that's you don't know in that show. You have there's no plot armor, Like I guess maybe you thought there was plot armor. Like you thought like no way Kanan could die, but like and then bada bing bada boom. Oh. Your world's ruined for the next couple days.
Yeah, like that's one that sticks with you, man. Like you're not okay for a little bit.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. But okay, all right, Kanan. Okay. Yeah, I got him coming up a little later, but nice 41 there. My 41, I think I'm on mine. Is this is where I have Poe Dameron.
Cool.
And off the Force Awakens rewatch. And just, also him having been Moon Knight as well, I think. Like, he wasn't Moon Knight before on the last, was he?
No, he was not.
Yeah, no, not Moon Knight yet. But I don't know, I guess it's just, I had a closer eye on Poe Dameron, on the rewatch this time, and just every time he hugs BB-8, or, like, the little lip bite with Finn, or, like, I don't know, Poe's. And also... didn't really realize his piloting skills.
That man, he is up there with Han, Hera. It's Han, Hera, Poe, like top 3.
Anakin's like probably the only guy that's like, it's just because he's Anakin,
Yeah,
he's
like I don't count him.
On. Yeah, it's like unfair, but like he's like, I don't know. Whenever Finn, like the traitor scene, or like right before, and Finn just sees Poe go around, just picks off like a couple TIE fighters, shoots a bunch of troopers on the ground, and like does some flips, and then Finn's like,
"Whoa, that's a hell of a pilot!"
And you get Finn like in the cockpit, or Poe in the cockpit, like just I don't know.
When he swoops in, man, that moment whenever the Resistance theme like picks up and they're like gliding over the water, and Han goes, "It's the Resistance, bro." That's one of those chills moments. I'm like over here like, well, now I gotta watch Rogue One, I gotta watch The Force Awakens, I gotta watch, like, that's all on my mind right now.
No, dude, they're coming in. It was so badass, and like Finn was thinking of leaving right before that, but now he's like, oh, I clearly have to fight. And then like You have Han, someone who's been out of the game fighting, and then like after it's all done, Leia's coming in. He's just like, "All right, kid, yeah, I don't care. Leia's about, Leia's about to land right here. I don't
go
care."
ahead.
Like,
get out of here, man.
But no, you got Poe coming in and just out like he's, I don't know.
He's like that.
He is like, yeah, as a pilot. And
him and his little droid buddy, him and BB-8, love them.
Yeah. Another orange guy.
Yeah, a bit. The rebel aesthetic.
I guess Poe not really. His jacket, brown shade of orange-ish. Gave into.
I guess if you really darken up orange, it could be brown.
Now I'm reaching. Poe not really, but
No. He's actually got a great comic run himself called Poe Dameron, and it's like 36 issues. It was a long running comic. And it was super good. Like, that's one that if you're trying to get more familiar, like if you miss the sequel trilogy, if you revisit it and you're like, man, I wish we had more sequel trilogy content, the TV show Resistance is really, really good. I've only watched a few episodes and I need to get back into it, but goddamn, is it good. The Poe Dameron comic is the other one that I would go, that's the one. You gotta check that out because it is so good. It kind of gives you an insight into the Black Squadron and like the little group he leads and stuff. Like it's
I would follow Poe. I mean that.
Oh yeah,
that'd be a guy like I feel comfortable.
That's what's cool about the sequel trilogy is you have this idea in your head as soon as the show kicks off, or as soon as the sequels kick off, that like we got two dudes and a chick who are going to be like the main characters. There's going to be a Luke, there's going to be a Han, there's going to be a Leia, and you automatically project that you're going to be like, okay, well, Rey's probably going to be the Leia, Finn's probably going to be the Luke, and Poe's probably going to be the Han. As far as like promotional material was concerned, you were like, that's what it feels like. And then you watch it, and it's like, no, Rey's the Luke, and Poe is the Leia, and Finn is Han. Like it's like, what a fascinating way to just twist expectations. And I think that with Finn's a little fucked up, but with Poe, it's a more impressive thing to do. Yeah. Kind of set him up as a leader. It's really compelling. He's not too far up the list for me compared to where you have him here, but he'll be here before long. He'll be here before long.
Hell yeah, Poe fucks, and this is only on he's 41 off the Force Awakens rewatch. I don't know. I guess
that's an interesting quandary there. Like, what is the best Poe Dameron movie? Because like, I think he's got a compelling arc in The Last Jedi.
Like, I don't know. He has some like, is that
past?
Is that Rise that happens?
Yeah,
or
Rise.
Is that that's okay. Okay, and then what about Last Jedi? What does he do?
He leads the mutiny against Holdo.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rise of Skywalker, I think, handles Poe in a really weird way. It kind of drives it. It tries to counteract the Leia parallel and try to make him more like Han with the spice running thing and the shady past and stuff. And I feel like they just should have. I'm iffy on that choice in the Rise of Skywalker to go with that route for Poe's story, but I think it's cool. I think it only helps him come off cooler, which is fine. But yeah, we'll be getting back around to him before long, but not this episode. And that leaves us with nothing but our last pick of the episode.
Oh yeah,
man, it's nice to do top 100 episodes, and they only take like an hour and some change. Yeah. It feels good. It feels good.
Nice.
Nice. But we're going with the second saga villain of my list so far. I had Emperor Palpatine way down the list. 97, if I remember.
Yeah, I do remember. We yin-yanged.
Yin-yanged there.
Well.
But this is where I have Maul.
Okay.
This is one that rises up the list because he's cool. He's a cool-looking motherfucker. Gnarly design. I've been, I always think about the Clone Wars and stuff whenever I'm concerning myself with Maul and the Phantom Menace, of course. But recently, I've been recalling his Rebels stuff. And the Rebels stuff with Maul is so compelling.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember, there's a shrine he built wherever we find him. That is a picture of Satine Kryze, a woman he murdered. And below it, in the Mandalorian language, it says, Kenobi. And it's like, this dude was so hateful and so obsessed that he built a shrine to the woman he murdered to get under Kenobi's skin, and Kenobi's not even fucking there. You know what I'm saying? Kenobi never sees that.
He just is like, yes, this woman, like, died.
This was some of my finest work.
Wow. That's rough.
That dude's dark.
Yeah, he is. And voice
But
acting.
yeah, his death is one of the better deaths in all of Star Wars, I think.
Man, a chess match. An absolute another beautiful moment there.
Yeah,
not quite, not
on those levels, but
not
still a
even
beautiful
close
moment.
there,
You know,
yeah.
Is he the chosen one?
Yeah, like,
Yes,
I don't know.
believe he is.
That is interesting. What in the holocron moment with Ezra and Maul?
Yeah.
What is he? You know, he says, you know, Ezra's looking to how to destroy the Sith, and Maul. He eventually sees Kenobi and that he's alive, but he's very vague of what he wants, you know, or what he's, you know, searching for. And I'm curious as to, like, if it was Kenobi and that's all he had his mind on, and is just
Come Rebels, that is all that Maul thinks about.
Because, I mean, he literally goes, he's alive, and he just boots out, gets in a ship, goes. Yep. He's on a mission.
Heads to Tatooine, where it all started. Where we first met him is where he dies, which is cool.
Oh my god, that voice acting. Holy, like...
Kenobi.
Yeah.
Kenobi. That's a classic right there.
Talk about a guy who knows his Star Wars stuff.
Sam Witwer, yeah.
Just trivia. Like, that dude, like, I don't know, just... I remember just... There'd be, like, game show, you know, Star Wars game show, trivia, you know, just shows, and he just dominates everything. That dude just knows everything Star Wars. And can play Maul. And also, who else? Who else did we just... The Son.
The Son,
yeah, the Son. Play the Son. And, like, I don't know, just...
And Starkiller, if you're getting...
Oh, yeah. So
that one's actually modeled after him, like, his face and everything.
Dude is badass. And Maul will come a little later for me. Not even next episode. But yeah, I like Maul. It makes sense why he's above Palpatine. Like I for you know,
above Palpatine by nearly 60 spots,
a whole lot. You can actually, like, Maul sucks, and he's Sith, and, like, you know, he does some bad things. But you see, I guess, it's not just fascism, you know.
No, yeah, like he's got. Yeah, there's a complicated history with Maul, and like a darkness to him that's a different breed. You know, he's never like, I want to conquer and rule the galaxy. He's like, no, I want to kill a bunch of fucking Jedi. You know, that's what I want to do. Yeah. It's a simple goal. It's not as hateful as the fascist ruler of the galaxy. He's just a fucking dick, and there's something to it. There's something to enjoy. He's the Green Goblin of Star Wars, you know. He's just like,
he's a
fuck Obi-Wan Kenobi. I want to ruin his life.
Yeah. Talk about, like, one of the most. Let's see, what was his name? Leox Gyasi.
Yeah.
Gyasi. Leox Gyasi. Talk about, like, probably the closest to Leox is probably Qui-Gon on screen. Just out of all the Jedi, you know, who's the chillest Jedi? Yeah. I'd say probably Qui-Gon.
That's pretty solid. I think, like, on screen comparison to Leox Gyasi, I think it would probably have to be Qui-Gon.
And we got Maul killing that, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just what could have happened if that fight goes a little differently. You know, that's the duel of fates right there. Maul's a part of it. Doesn't say a word either. That dude just is scary. You know, in the Phantom Menace, dude just kind of growls. And is just looking scary. It's not.
I think the only line he says is like, "It will be done, my master."
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's right. Talking to Palpatine. But yeah, to actually, like, we actually don't get, like, deep into his character until, you know, animation. And, you know, a little Solo appearance there, I guess, with
oh yeah.
In there as well.
Well, and that one's
action.
cool because the stand-in there is Ray Park, but the voice was so good in Clone Wars and Rebels that Sam Witwer's actually voicing it in that moment.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I knew it was Ray Park. I didn't know that the voice was.
The voice is actually Sam Witwer's there,
awesome.
which is just another level of cool. So
that's sick.
Nice little trivia there.
Wow. Okay. Well, capping it off was someone who's already mentioned this episode, and she's fittingly capping off the episode, the new Chancellor of the Republic here. That's where I have Mothma. Another orange hair. I don't know why I'm on an orange kick right now, I guess. But I don't know. Kino Loy, I'll throw Kino in the orange too. I'm just trying to think of any other orange that could be, like the prisoner outfit, orange. Kino fits. But anyway, I'm going on a whim here. But no, Mon. I have, on my rebellion kick, I didn't know that I guess we'd be doing it by tens here, but it's just fitting that she'll be like the cap.
The cap, yeah.
To this one. But I still got, some more rebellion people moving forward, but they're kind of like just bigger characters that are coming up on this rebellion kick. And Mon, I'd say she has the potential to rise even more. That's for sure, coming with Ahsoka and Andor season 2. I just want as much Genevieve O'Reilly on screen as I can, or as we can. Just give as much, because I don't know, just the facial acting, the act, just emote, like, I don't know. Andor gave us something that I didn't think I'd ever see in Star Wars, and I'm glad that Genevieve O'Reilly is. I don't know. She was a very large portion of the performance of Andor. So. I hope we just get as much of that as we can with Mon, and I think we will, for how crucial she is. I hope that, I don't know, maybe. No, her future is great. Yeah, she's like, it's great. It's I don't know.
It's great. It's good. It's all. It's
for
everything.
A long time. We won't ever, like. Do we know? I'm trying to think. Of Mon's death at all? Like, no.
We do not know anything about Mon's death, no.
Yeah, she lives...
And she's the Chancellor of the New Republic, so she lives through Andor.
It's just she's in a very high... It's just very dangerous position to be in. But lives to be old. It dies of old age, in my head.
Oh, yeah. No, it's just lives out her days, passes away.
Maybe like a Marva, I don't know what the equivalent funeral would be for, because she was she born on No, not Coruscant, or was it Coruscant?
No, she's from Chandrilla.
That's right. Yeah, I wonder what if they have like if she'll be buried, back on there. If I don't know, there'll be like a big Mon funeral, when that day does eventually come, I guess. I wonder if they'll put her in a brick, and then we'll get, I don't know who, the Brasso equivalent, knocking some Imperial out with it. But maybe something bigger. I don't know, even bigger. Like Mon goes into a statue. They put, that could be it. They like put her ashes or something into a statue of her, massive, and then war breaks out. The Empire's everywhere eventually, and then they use that statue to pull it down, and it lands like Greef Karga landed right on IG-11. It's that, but an imp, just like a bootlicker or like a narc character in Andor season 2. Maybe it is a narc or bootlicker, actually.
That'd be ideal.
No, that'd be way too long. They should die well before then. But I don't know, just some imp down the line getting smashed by Mon even after death. I don't know. But hopefully that won't come for a long time. Hopefully we'll see her just lead and be badass, and I don't know. Hopefully get the New Republic in order here, or try to wake everyone up. So yeah, I don't know.
No, fuck yeah.
That's the cap there.
Yeah, no, that's a good last pick there. Mon Mothma is the absolute She's the absolute best. I enjoy her a great deal, and the fact that I love that we had a few in common in such a short episode.
Yeah,
Vel, Cinta, and Mon all coming this
cool.
week, which is really
cool.
Yeah, we're officially into the top 50. I think that's fun.
All these people are getting.
Yeah, it was already at a point where I love all these characters.
Yeah,
it's been for a little bit,
yeah.
But now I'm like, oh god, I really love these characters. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's going to be a hell of a project. We got 4 parts left. We got the 30s, the 20s, the teens, and the top 10. Teens, except for 11 and 12. 11 and 12 will not be teens, but they're in that episode. So 4 parts left, 3 parts down. It's a fun little project we've got going. With that, I think we'll conclude this episode. Unless you want to go back over the 40s, let's do that one more time. At 40, I had Maul. At 41, I had Kanan Jarrus. At 42, I had Cinta Kaz. At 43, I had Vel Sartha. At 44, I had Mon Mothma. At 45, I had Leox Gyasi. At 46, Ezra Bridger. 47, Sabine Wren. 48, Rose Tico. And 49, Sana Starros.
I had 40, Mon Mothma. 41, Poe Dameron. 42, Captain Rex. 43, Jen Erso. 44, Galen Erso. 45, Saw Gerrera. 46, Vel Sartha. 47, Cinta Kaz. 48, Chirrut Imwe. 49, Cal Kestis.
Beautiful. And with that, if you would, head to patreon.com/PennyBloomPod, where you'll find over 50 hours of exclusive content, including all sorts of book reviews, comic book reviews, movie reviews, and the like. I'm about to start getting back into writing, methinks. I'm going to start writing reviews instead of just recording them. It takes a little bit more forethought for something like that. And I think I want to flex the old writing muscles again. It used to be a big passion of mine that I've put aside for a while. So I'm going to start writing reviews and putting them over there. I'm very excited about that. So that's patreon.com/PennyBloomPod. For $3 a month, you can support this podcast financially, which is huge because it costs me money and I don't make any off of it unless it's over there. Head to Twitter, follow @PennyBloomPod if you're wanting to keep up with our top 100 Star Wars characters. I'm posting them up over there. It'll be a nice little written version of it there, so you don't have to go back and listen to it. It's all there. It will all be there. It's going to be a little behind on purpose, so that it entices people to listen instead of just posting it all, so that they don't have to listen. There's a method to the madness there. Head to Instagram, follow @PennyBloomPodcast. Remember to leave a 5-star rate and review wherever you might be listening, and keep coming back for the last 4 parts of our top 100 Star Wars characters. Next Tuesday, we are knocking out the 30s. Next Thursday, we are knocking out the 20s. The week after that, we will be knocking out again on Tuesday and Thursday the teens, and then the top 10 will come on, May the 4th. Look at how that worked out.
Boom.
Quite the scheduling on our part. So for the next few weeks, we got 5 a week. We've been doing that a lot this year. We're busy. We're busy fellas here.
It's all good.
What's funny is I didn't even think about that this year, or this time when we started scheduling that out. I was like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays are open. Why don't we just put them there?
Honestly, kind of February. Just I don't know. It's kind of we did so much that it's now it's
nothing.
I don't know. We don't have anything Tuesday or Thursday. Yeah, we might as well. Yeah, we can do something. Yeah, I don't know.
Fuck it.
Feels weird to not to have a gap now.
No, I know. Whenever we have one a week, it was a slow week, and that's a normal podcast typically.
Yeah. True.
That's very funny, but so we're busy, guys. We got a lot going on here. Friday, we continue our comic book journey through film. That's tomorrow. Spider-Man 2002. Perfect timing also because it's getting put on Disney Plus tomorrow. So you can go ahead and watch it on Disney Plus along with Spider-Man 2 and 3 and The Amazing Spider-Man and Spider-Man Homecoming. All of them coming to Disney Plus tomorrow. Perfect timing. Perfect timing.
No Way Home as well, or no? Not quite.
No. Just the 5 I said. The Raimi trilogy, The Amazing Spider-Man, and Homecoming, and that's it. Don't know why.
Not Far From Home?
I'm imagining there's some sort of contract stipulation where maybe after a certain amount of time, it can now go on that platform. So maybe in a couple years we can expect Far From Home, and then
that's so nice though that they'll finally be just in kind of one place. I didn't know that. That's really awesome. Okay.
Yeah, and it'll give Michael a reliable place to watch it, so that we can finally talk about it.
Boom. Perfect.
Yeah. So Spider-Man, that's our episode tomorrow. Go ahead, watch it. On Disney Plus or wherever you might have access to it, and listen to us tomorrow on Spider-Man 2002. Monday, we continue Game of Thrones. Rewatch Winter is Blooming. We are past the halfway point in Season 3. We're going to be on to Season 3, Episode 6, The Climb, which if you're a Game of Thrones fan, you know that's a good fucking episode. And if you are a Game of Thrones fan, it's been incredibly rewarding to watch this show week to week. I can't recommend you do it with us enough.
Oh yeah,
it's been super fun. So strongly recommend that. Yeah, and we're also going to be joined by Claire DeJaneiro once again. She was on for our Batman and Robin podcast. We're gonna go back over Mandalorian season 3 a little bit, reflect on it, and put it in a ranking with the other 2 seasons of The Mandalorian. I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
That's kind of nuts. It's exactly a month away. She was on Batman and Robin, which came out on the 24th of March, and then now, planning to record on it. I don't know if you wanted to release it on the same
I'm not
day,
sure when I'll put it out. That'll be 6 episodes
that
in a
would
week.
That would be a month exactly apart.
Yeah, then I'll probably just do that. Fuck it.
But I don't know if we want to fill, it would be satisfying to fill it all up.
I guess, I want to be timely, it just ended. Yeah. Why not? Put it out as soon as possible, get the got and that out. It'll be fine. So yeah, Monday you can expect Winter is Blooming, and you can expect a Mandalorian seasons ranking where we will be joined once again by Claire DeJaneiro. So excited to have her on and so excited to hear her thoughts. Just a wonderful person to have on. So I'm excited for that. And I think I knocked it out. I think that's everything.
I think it is. Ahsokast, I guess.
Next Wednesday. I always forget. Next Wednesday, we are starting the Ahsokast. If you don't want Star Wars on Wednesdays to stop, it doesn't have to. You can come here and you can, we've had it for 4 months. Starting January 4th, we've had Star Wars every Wednesday this year. And it's, we kind of want to fix that withdrawal. We want to avoid it. So we're going back through all of the essential moments of Ahsoka Tano's journey as a character. And we're starting with the Clone Wars movie next Wednesday, where we will discuss it through the lens of Ahsoka Tano. It's all about Ahsoka. Whenever we do our podcasts for reviews, we typically do like favorite scene, favorite character, favorite performance. Since it's all about Ahsoka, it's implied that our favorite character and performance is Ashley Eckstein's Ahsoka. So we're just doing our favorite Ahsoka stuff. We're doing favorite Ahsoka scene, favorite Ahsoka line, favorite Ahsoka shot. And if there happens to be a dope-ass droid kill, favorite droid kill. And I'm very, very excited for that, and I cannot wait for you to hear it. The Clone Wars was a fun revisit and a first watch for Joseph. Mm-hmm. So that's a good episode. And it's not very long-winded, 30 minutes. 30 minutes. It'll be a nice, quick little listen for you. Strongly recommend it. So, yeah, tons of shit that the Penny Bloom podcast is doing right now. Remember to download. Very important. We're almost at 14K, which I imagine this episode will get us to. Very cool. Thank you, everybody. Remember, I was Colton Robertson. I was joined by Joseph George. Thank you very much, homie.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here.
And it's always a pleasure to have you. And remember, peace, love, and bloom. And save the rebellion. Save the dream.